from day one we've said this is just not going to be your average casino. It is going to create an experience. It's going to bring Hollywood to life. It's a legacy that you have a chance to create, and a legacy that cannot be easily replicated, where you're touching thousands of lives, not just with directly people you're working with, but people who have made this thing come together and build.
Our basic premise was, whether gambling is good or bad, is this area needed a spark. The fact is, we didn't have a whole lot of options, and there was not a compelling reason for investments around here. There were other parts of the city that they potentially could have gone to, but we took the bull by the horn. I think the next day after that meeting, we went and printed up signs, Best Side, West Side, and Welcome Penn National. Put it up. The next weekend, we went out and we got 3,000 signatures, and we presented them to Penn and to the city, saying if the opportunity arises, the West Side would sincerely believe that this $400 million investment is what was needed.
If you go back just a little over 2 years ago, there was no idea about what this is going to be, what this is going to bring, and what this is going to create. We look at this site, brownfield site, old Delphi plant, decades of history that went into shambles. Lots of passionate people, lots of hopes, a lot of people that had their whole families, generations living here, working here, and have a very, very sentimental and emotional touch points when it comes to this site. So when you look at what we're creating here, is more the vision of the next future. It really brings those people back into the equation and say, not only this was a stop before, now we are reviving it not only for today, but also for many, many years to come. If you look at our construction jobs, 3,500 construction jobs on target, 2,000 team members we're hiring permanently is on target. All of that not only built with passion, but is going to be operated with passion as well.
I'm looking for a career here. This is what I've been looking for. I know I've had 2-3 jobs that lasted forever, but this is something different than the other jobs. This is something that I can interact with people, and you get to show them a good time and have fun.
We have 3,000 slot machines, of course. That gives you hundreds and hundreds of variety of games that you can play at any given time. We have 78 different table games. Then we have a 30-table poker room that is really unique, very large, own TV, personalized TV screens, right next to a cashier's cage that people normally playing poker don't get that. We definitely have a high limit room where you can start off with a minimum $100 bet. This is our epic buffet. We are taking the buffet experience to a whole new level. You see high ceilings, you see murals, you see colors, you see flowers, you see booths, and 95% of the food made in this buffet from scratch. Pastries made fresh every day in our bakery. And what you'll see here is passion every nook and corner of the building. I talked about the details behind the buffet. It's one thing to create a vision, but it's the other thing to see that there are so many hundreds of passionate team members who are bringing this together and putting that vision to work. And when you create a place in your market to say, here's who we are, here's our identity, here's how we deliver service, here's how we differentiate from others, then it's very, very difficult for competitors to mimic that overnight.
The local shops around here is going to have a significant positive influence because of the visitors. Energy breeds energy.
They're going to go gamble, they're going to have a little bit of fun. Afterwards, they might get hungry, come over here, get some food. Because the casino's opening, my dad decided to expand the restaurant, and we're taking the place next door. We're going to make this place a little bigger, remodel everything.
We who live here in the community, those who own businesses in the community, we've got to do our part to make things work. And I don't see the casino as saving us, but there's no question this is a gigantic new partner that we can work with.
According to a study by Community Research Partners, the Columbus Casino, once it's up and operating, could result in 20,000 people becoming problem gamblers. That's why it was very wise for the framers of the amendment that allowed casino gambling in Ohio to put in a 2% set-aside to provide treatment and research for addictive illness.
The whole idea of spending $400 million in a project is to have years of operation, years and decades of operation, and it can come about only if you conduct yourself in a responsible manner, only if you can engage in the community, only if you can say, for every gambling addict that comes to us, we offer them help. We work very closely with our regulatory agency, the Casino Control Commission. We establish the 800 line where they can seek anonymous help. I don't expect you to trust me overnight. We don't expect you to trust this operation overnight. We have to earn that trust. And so that trust comes over two ways. One is over time, and one is over our repeated actions of what we do. Right? That's how you build trust. So to the skeptics, I say, look at where we were to look at where we are standing today. And over time, continue to look at our practices, our operation, and the experience that we create. It'll be hard-pressed not to change your viewpoint.